Hi everyone, this is Rio. I'm making a quick video to show you how to force a copy on your students and how to add that link into your assignment so students can access your slide deck. So this is an assignment that I offered to my students to give it a try on the first day of school, not knowing exactly how I was going to make it work. But to start with, I'm going to show you how to force a copy on your students. So this is my master, and I do not want my students to work on my master. I always want to keep that to myself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I make a copy of this selected slide. And I'm going to change the name of this to something I want my students to see. So they're going to only see back to school emotions. I'm going to get rid of this. Now the trick to doing this is I do not want to save this in my slide deck. I want to save this in something else. So I'm going to make sure I'm not saving it in my master's slides. Those are for teachers only. I'm going to go back to my drive, and right now I'm just going to save it in my drive. I can make a folder for it later. So this is kind of important when you're saving your new slide for your students also. So I'm going to select my drive, and now it will be saved into my drive. So now I have a brand new slide that I'm only going to use for my students. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that that sharing access is available. So in sharing, I want to click on changing the restrictions. So I don't want to restrict this. I don't want to copy the link. I want to click down on the drop down, and I want to say anyone with the link. So that way, when I force a copy on students, they have access. They do not need to request access. This is, for me, the most important thing because I often forget this. So step one, make your copy, set the restrictions, or I should say share. I'll click on that again, to anyone on the web. And so normally we'll click a copy link, but that's not what we do in this case. We're going to go back here, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to now remove everything that says up to the /edit. That is what you're going to delete. That way students cannot edit this slide. You only want them to be able to see a copy. So we type in copy, and I always click to make sure I have it. And yes, this is exactly what I want my students to see, that they can make their own copy of this slide deck, and it will no longer be the one that I own. So I am going to click it and copy it. So now I have a copy of how to force a copy. I can email this to people. I can add it to my assignments, which is where I'm going. So you can see that in my assignments, I've added a link here. It doesn't look like the link that I copied because I did something different with it. So I'm going to start a brand new assignment to show you how I did that. Here's my assignment. I'm going to start a new one just to show you what I did from the beginning. First of all, I'm going to make sure that URL is right here. And it's not a link yet, but it will be. One way to do that is to highlight it and add the link. I always want it to be an external link because I do not want it to be in the course. So I click that. And then I want to add that link here actually instead of up here because I want my text to say something totally different. I don't want my kids to see the link in the text here. The link I want them to have, what I want them to see is click here. And I am going to just click on what I always click on, which is click here to make a copy of this assignment in your Google Drive. Done. Now I know that this is going to take them to an external link, and then I can go on with creating my assignment. All right, that's the fastest way to do this. I'm just going to click back so you can see my assignments. I'm going to save this because you should see what that looks like back in my assignment. And here it is. I've actually titled it, click here for the link to the back to school emotion slide. And as you can see, it takes me to my link where I've added the copy. All right, I hope that helps. I will make a few more videos. I know that that's a lot to cover, but at least